Well, this morning we have some images of the flooding that are hard to comprehend. We're going to get to that in just a minute, as well as an update on the recovery front.
First, the latest on where the recovery stands at this point. We can confirm one person has died. A 5-year-old child in Little Rock has been killed from weather-related injuries, and at least 12 other people are said to be hurt. We're also seeing road closures due to flooding in the metro and around the state, and we'll get to that in just a moment.
We know President Donald Trump has approved the governor's request for federal assistance for things like sandbags, pumps, and damage assessments. No dollar amount on that just yet. Now to some incredible images that really show the extent of this flooding.
This is all new this morning. Drone footage capturing from Arkadelphia on the Washita River, courtesy of Bailey Goza. This morning, around 28,000 homes and businesses still without electricity after days of storms and heavy rain, and of those, 23,000 are Entergy customers.
Between the high water, fallen trees, and washed out roads, it has been slow going for crews getting the lights back on. We want to go back out to Journey Taylor this morning, live at the State Fairgrounds. That is Entergy's main staging area today. Journey?
Yes, I'm sorry if you actually heard me talking there. I was getting excited as I saw power lines, power poles rolling through here. It's starting to become an active scene here at the State Fairgrounds. Several crews and line workers starting to roll in and get ready to get to work. In fact, over my right shoulder, you should see at least a half dozen of Entergy vehicles with their headlights on. Of course, it is time to get to work as thousands across the state are without power. Entergy crews have been working around the clock since Saturday's powerful storm left tens of thousands across Arkansas in the dark. The damage is extensive, and according to the Entergy's Vice President of Reliability, Adam Efron, is going to take time. Power restoration is being done in phases, and crews are running into major obstacles like floodwaters, washed out roads, and large trees blocking access. Entergy's goal is to have power restored to 90% of impacted customers by tonight, with the final 10% expected to be back online by Tuesday. Now, the big question today on this Monday morning is, what is the top priority? Well, we're hearing live from Entergy officials. We'll have that in about 10 minutes. You don't want to miss that interview. For now, though, live at the State Fairgrounds, I'm Journey Taylor for Wake Up Central.
All right, Journey, thank you. Also happening right now, dozens of road closures. We want to show you a statewide map from iDrive Arkansas. Each one of those red and blue markers, that is a closed highway.
And in the last 30 minutes, we've learned from RDOT's Dave Parker that 70 state and U.S. highways are still closed as of this morning. 10 highways damaged and may be closed much longer once the water recedes and they can see it.
There are also many city and county roads all across the state. We are updating the complete list right now on thv11.com with the most up-to-date closures.
For those of you who may not be experiencing the flooding, take a look at these photos. This should give you an idea of what many areas in Arkansas have been experiencing.
This is Jacksonville-Redmond Road by Dupree Park. The city posted this photo yesterday and this video as well, saying to avoid that area.
We're also seeing parts of Pulaski County underwater. This photo from Highway 161 and Valentine Road, where you could barely see the ground at all. Also
a similar scene at Brushy Island Crossing and Rixey Road. The water there is still obviously not safe to drive on. Now do keep in mind these were taken yesterday and the waters may have receded a bit, but you need to be extremely aware when you're on the roads this morning.
Now let's take a look at even more severe flooding. This time we're zeroing in on Lonoke. This is video from the sheriff's office.
Part of a road completely collapsed. Much more of that area is underwater. Now the sheriff says a lot of the water there has receded as well, but he is urging everyone, please pay attention because there are roads that have been barricaded off.
In the meantime, taking a closer look now at how the overwhelming rain is impacting farmers.
In Faulkner County, flooded fields are forcing tough decisions and pushing back planting plans. Wake Up Central's Carter Thweet spoke with two farmers about how they are managing this damage.
It's all under.
What you're looking at now isn't a lake, it's Chris Schaefer's rice fields in Faulkner County, completely underwater. He says he went to check his other operation north of Conway Sunday morning, and it was even worse.
It was a solid lake from one end to the other, but we'd moved equipment to high ground, and, 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 hadn't planted a crop out there yet, so we're, We're still in the game.
That sentiment echoed by Joe Thrash, another Faulkner County farmer. The fields where his cows graze were partially covered by floodwaters, which is why moving the cows to higher ground was top priority before the storm.
That's part of what we do for our livestock before our crops and stuff. You know, we just we try to avoid anything that we can foresee a problem with as far as planting and stuff. We kind of just quit planting when we see a big heavy rains like this coming on.
Both Thrash and Schaefer say other than all the preparations they had to make, this storm didn't set them back too much. Mostly because they've still got some time before they absolutely have to plant.
We still got a lot of time to get some corn and rice planted, and you know, prime time really for us is middle April, so we're not there yet.
So both farmers are left waiting for these floodwaters to die down, and they're checking the forecast to see if there'll be a good time to plant before that mid-April sweet spot. Fortunately, it's nothing they haven't been through before.
Well, if you farm on the Arkansas River, you tend to know what flow or the height of the river and what to do.
We do get rains off and on, and we have to work around them, work with them. You know, it's just something you have to deal with. Mother Nature.
For Wake Up Central, I'm Carter Thweet.
Schaefer's also told us it could have been much worse.
They say if the Arkansas River level grew higher than it did, the flood impact would force him to move his cattle to a safe spot. So in the middle of all of this, check this out. Don't even know how to describe it. In the midst of all the heartbreak and grief, an unexpected sight, you could say, on I-57. Take a look.
An RDOT camera caught someone wakeboarding behind a jet ski, taking the flooded interstate as a chance to flex their water sport muscles. Again, don't exactly know what's in those waters. Highly recommend not doing what you can see these folks doing on this RDOT camera, but sometimes Arkansas is gonna Arkansas, so there you go.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't try that at home, as they say. Hopefully that person is okay.
Definitely made a unique memory for sure, but again, that water, thankfully, as we heard from Dave Parker already, has receded. It is not on the road anymore. It is to the side. So again, folks, stick to your cars this morning, and no wakeboarding on I-57 between Jacksonville and North Little Rock.